What if I told you the secret to the most terrifyingly epic house on the block wasn't spending a fortune, but a few dollars and a trip to the Dollar Tree? Cazadoro. Genius Halloween Garden Horror Nights Ideas. Dollar Tree DIYs. Garden decor so scary.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Are you ready to unleash your inner mad scientist and orchestrate a complete backyard makeover on a budget? Today, we are diving into some absolutely genius Halloween garden horror ideas that will make your home look like a high-end haunted attraction. And here's the best part, we're doing it all with amazing finds from Dollar Tree. Now, hold on to your witch hats, because you are going to want to stick around for the entire video. After we go through all of these incredible spooky concepts, I'm going to reveal the grand finale, the complete shopping list, the simple tools you'll need, and the secret step-by-step techniques to bring these jaw-dropping creations to life. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Alright, let's get this spooky party started. We are about to explore 20 master themes that branch out into over 40 unique concepts, giving you a mind-blowing library of ideas for a legendary outdoor living space transformation. Prepare to be amazed. One, Forgotten Cemetery. The Rising Dead. Alright, kicking things off with a classic that never fails to terrify. Imagine your friends are admiring your garden, and then they see it, skeletons literally clawing their way out of the dirt. You just partially bury some Dollar Tree skeletons in your flower beds, and voila, instant panic. This amazing prank taps into that deep-seated fear of the dead returning. Maybe they just missed your prize-winning roses? It's a fantastic DIY garden hack that symbolizes an inescapable past, but more importantly, it's just hilariously scary. The Whispering Tombstones. Now for something a little more atmospheric, but just as creepy. We're creating a corner of your yard that tells a story of the forgotten. Using Dollar Tree foam boards, you can craft these incredibly realistic, ancient-looking tombstones. A little gray and black paint, some fake moss, and suddenly you have what looks like a centuries-old cemetery. This is a perfect example of a budget outdoor decor idea that looks expensive, turning your backyard into a place of quiet, minimalist horror that speaks of legacies and forgotten tales. Two, Witches' Coven Gathering. The Cursed Cauldron. Ready to cook up some trouble? This idea creates an amazing centerpiece for your yard. You take a big black tub from Dollar Tree, stuff it with some green lights and tissue paper, and suddenly you have a bubbling, glowing cauldron that looks like it's brewing up some serious magic. Surround it with a few witch hats on stakes, and you've staged a secret coven meeting. It's an incredible garden lighting idea for ambience that's all about hidden power and transformative magic. Spellbound Apothecary Garden. Let's get organized, in a spooky way. Transform a small corner of your patio or garden into a witch's personal herb collection. Grab some of those cute glass jars from Dollar Tree, label them with things like dragon's breath or gillyweed, get creative, and arrange them on a shelf. This DIY garden decor for small spaces is so clever. It speaks to our ancient fascination with using nature for both healing and, well, more interesting purposes. It's a fun nod to sustainable, albeit supernatural, gardening. Three. Spider infection zone. The Queen's Nest. Okay, if you have any friends with arachnophobia, they might just unfriend you after this one, but it is so worth it. Take a giant bag of that stretchy Dollar Tree spiderweb and go to town on a whole bush or tree. The secret is to stretch it super thin. Put a big mama spider in the middle and her little babies all around. This terrifying garden landscaping on a budget creates this overwhelming feeling of being trapped. It's pure, unadulterated nightmare fuel, and I am here for it. Arachnid ambush path. Let's create an experience your guests will never forget, no matter how hard they try. You create this terrifying little walkway by stringing some of those plastic Dollar Tree chains between garden stakes. Then, the evil genius part, you hang dozens of plastic spiders from the chains right at face level. The shrieks will be your reward. This little prank symbolizes all those unexpected scares life throws at you, a true test of courage for anyone who dares to walk your path. Four. Zombie apocalypse outbreak. The horde's breach. Time to bring some action movie horror to your home. This is a fantastic illusion. You make it look like your shed or a back window has been boarded up using foam boards. Then you attach a bunch of those creepy plastic zombie hands and arms from Dollar Tree, making it look like a horde is actively breaking through. This outdoor living space transformation is so dynamic and plays on those classic fears of chaos and being totally overwhelmed. It's awesome. Quarantine zone warning. Sometimes, what you don't see is even scarier. This idea is all about psychological horror, and it is so easy. Just use some of that yellow caution tape to cordon off a section of your yard. Inside, you can scatter a few creepy doll parts and maybe a little biohazard sign. It's a fantastic low-maintenance garden design that tells a story and lets your guests' imaginations run wild with what kind of horrible thing happened there. Five. Haunted Phantom Forest. The Weeping Spirits. This one is genuinely beautiful in a very haunting way. You take simple white plastic tablecloths from Dollar Tree, drape them over tree branches or stakes, and form a simple head shape at the top. The result is these silent, flowing, ghostly figures that dance in the wind. They look like weeping spirits or lonely sentinels guarding the garden. It's an elegant, eerie, and incredibly effective garden idea that creates a truly high-end haunted look for pennies. Eyes of the Woods. Get ready for maximum creepiness with minimum effort. This is one of my favorites. You just buy a bunch of ping pong balls or plastic eyeballs from Dollar Tree and stick them in the dark little crevices of your trees and bushes. The effect is this deeply unsettling feeling of being watched from every angle. It turns your normal, friendly backyard into a conscious entity that is observing your every move. It's subtle, it's brilliant, and it's pure psychological terror. Six. Mad scientist's failed experiment. The abandoned laboratory. Let's turn your patio into a scene of forbidden science gone wrong. Grab a bunch of different glass jars and containers, fill them with colored water, and then drop in some plastic spiders, eyeballs, or little skeleton bits. It instantly looks like a collection of creepy preserved specimens. This is one of those recycled materials garden crafts that looks so detailed and expensive, telling a story of a scientist who definitely went too far. Escaped specimen. Every mad scientist story needs a creature on the loose. You take a Dollar Tree skeleton and mutate it by adding extra arms or legs from a second skeleton. You can use hot glue and wire. It's like a twisted craft project. Then you pose it like it's crawling out from behind the shed or from under the deck. This represents the terrifying consequences of playing God, and it makes for an incredible, shocking reveal for your guests. It's a true high-end garden DIY for less. Seven. SCARECROW'S REVENGE. The Silent Council. You know what's scarier than one scarecrow? A whole bunch of them plotting against you. Seriously, build 3 or 4 scarecrows and arrange them in a circle, all facing each other. It instantly transforms them from harmless garden decor into a silent, menacing council that's probably discussing your fate. This idea is all about turning a symbol of protection into one of pure threat, and it is wonderfully unsettling. The Field of 1,000 Stairs. This one is a prank that keeps on giving because people won't see them all at once. You take a dozen of those creepy Dollar Tree masks, clowns, ghouls, whatever scares you the most, and you plant them on stakes throughout your garden, peeking out from behind plants and bushes. It creates this horrifying effect of being surrounded and watched by disembodied faces from every direction. The jump scares are practically guaranteed. 8. Skeleton Family Shenanigans. The Eternal Picnic. Who says the afterlife can't be fun? This idea injects a little dark humor into your decor. You pose 2 full-size skeletons on a picnic blanket, maybe give one a plastic wine glass. It's a hilarious and macabre scene of a couple enjoying a picnic for all of eternity. This is a budget outdoor decor idea that looks expensive because of its storytelling. It's a funny take on Till Death Do Us Part that will definitely get a chuckle, right before a scream. The Boneyard Band. Let's get the party started, ghost style. You can create this incredibly lively scene by posing a few skeletons with some of Dollar Tree's plastic toy instruments. You can have a guitarist, a trumpeter, a whole boneyard band. It's a celebration of life and passion, suggesting that even in death, the music never stops. It's a fun, unique, and family-friendly DIY garden hack that adds so much personality to your yard. Nine. Vampire's Cursed Garden. The Blood Rose Bushes. Time for some gothic romance and horror. This is so elegant. You take a bunch of those little plastic bats and attach them to the branches of your rose bushes, like they're sleeping. Then you can add some deep red silk roses from Dollar Tree to make the whole bush look more lush and sinister. It symbolizes that idea of corrupted beauty, that something gorgeous can be hiding a very dark and predatory secret. It's so simple, but the effect is stunning. A Thirst for Life. This is a brilliant, subtle story told with just a few props. You have a skeleton sitting in a lawn chair, but it's wearing a black cape, and next to it is a glass of red liquid. The implication is that this poor vampire waited so long for a victim that he just wasted away. It's a darkly comedic and surprisingly philosophical piece about desire and immortality. A perfect minimalist garden aesthetic for the thinking ghoul. Alien Invasion Crash Site. The Crashed UFO. Let's bring some sci-fi horror to the neighborhood. You can actually make a pretty convincing crashed UFO by gluing 2 of those big silver platters from Dollar Tree together. Just embed it in your garden like it crash landed, and surround it with green glow sticks for that otherworldly glow. This amazing garden lighting idea for ambience taps into that universal curiosity and fear of the cosmos. Plus, it's a guaranteed conversation starter. The Strange Harvest. This one is weird, it's creepy, and I absolutely love it. You take a few plastic dolls, maybe give them a quick coat of silver spray paint, and then you plant them headfirst in your vegetable garden. It creates this absolutely terrifying illusion that aliens are not here for our resources. They're here for us, and they're harvesting us like carrots. It's a chilling twist on organic vegetable gardening that will stick with people for a long time. (11) Pirate's Ghostly Treasure. Davy Jones' Locker. Are you ready to get spooky? This is a classic for a reason. Fill up a Dollar Tree treasure chest with their gold coin necklaces, some skulls, and maybe shred some creepy cloth to look like seaweed. Then, leave it slightly open with a skeletal arm reaching out. It's the perfect representation of greed, a treasure that's cursed and eternally guarded by the dead. It's a fantastic recycled materials garden crafts project that looks incredible. The Marooned Crew. Let's tell a dark tale of pirate justice. You can stake 2 or 3 skeletons in the ground so it looks like they're buried up to their chests, maybe bind their hands with some of those plastic chains. It immediately looks like a mutinous crew that was left to their fate on a deserted island, which just happens to be your front lawn. It's a stark and dramatic scene that makes for a fantastic backyard makeover on a budget. Creepy Carnival of Souls. The Sinister Ticket Booth. Step right up, folks. You can build a spooky, run-down carnival ticket booth out of a simple cardboard box and some paint. Then you just place a single, grinning skeleton inside as the silent ticket taker. It's a brilliant way to corrupt that feeling of childhood fun and nostalgia, turning it into a gateway to a horrifying final ride. It's all about creating that atmosphere of a carnival you do not want to enter. Unhappy clowns. There are 2 types of people in this world: people who are scared of clowns and liars. This prank is for them. Just grab a few of those terrifying clown masks from Dollar Tree, attach them to stakes, and hide them so they are just barely peeking out from behind trees or over your fence. It leverages that very common phobia and creates this feeling of being stalked by something that is absolutely not funny. Maximum fear, minimum cost. The Murder of Crows. The Gathering Storm. This one is all about the power of numbers. Crows are already kind of creepy, but when you get a whole bunch of them together, it's a seriously bad omen. You buy as many of those black crows from Dollar Tree as you can find, and you perch them all together on one single tree branch or along your fence line. The sheer number of silent, watching birds creates this incredible ominous tension, like something terrible is about to happen. the Scavenger's Feast. Okay, this one is pretty gruesome, but incredibly effective. You create a pile of plastic bones in the middle of your lawn. Then you arrange a dozen or so of those Dollar Tree crows all around and on top of the bones, as if they are in the middle of a grisly feast. It's a very visceral primal scene that speaks to the raw cycle of life and death in nature. It will definitely make people stop and stare. Haunted Doll Asylum. The Forgotten Playmates. Get ready to ruin someone's childhood memories. You collect a bunch of those dolls from Dollar Tree, and you make them look old and creepy. A little dirt, some dark paint, maybe pop out an eye. You get the picture. Then you just place them on a swing set or scatter them in a sandbox. It completely subverts the innocence of toys and turns them into these haunting objects that feel like they have a dark history of their own. The Tea Party of the Damned. Let's set up a playdate from your worst nightmares. You take a little kid's table and chairs and you seat several of your creepiest dolls around it with a little tea set. For that extra touch of horror, you add some red paint splatters to the dolls and the teacups. It twists this wholesome, innocent ritual into a shocking and gory scene, making guests wonder what kind of terrifying game was just being played here. Pumpkin Patch of the Possessed. The Cannibal Carvings. Let's give the classic pumpkin carving a gruesome and hilarious twist. You take one of those large foam pumpkins from Dollar Tree and carve a huge screaming mouth into it. Then, you carve a smaller pumpkin to look terrified, and you stick it inside the bigger one's mouth. It's this shocking, darkly funny scene of pumpkin-on-pumpkin crime. It's a super creative addition to any DIY raised garden bed tutorial display. The Glowing Infection. This is a really cool sci-fi take on pumpkins. Instead of carving faces, you carve strange, alien-looking symbols or cracks into them. Then you pop a different colored glow stick inside each one. At night, your pumpkin patch won't look festive. It'll look like it's radioactive or possessed by some otherworldly energy. It's a very cool and modern garden decor trend for Halloween that looks absolutely spectacular in the dark. The Swamp of Sorrows. The Creature's Wake. If you have a pond, a bird bath, or even just a perpetually muddy patch of your yard, this one is for you. You strategically place a few of those Dollar Tree skeleton hands and maybe a skull, so they look like they are just emerging from the murky depths. Add a little fake moss and a few plastic snakes around the edge, and you've created the terrifying suggestion of a monster lurking just beneath the surface. It's all about what you can't see. Will-o'-the-wisp trail. In folklore, these mysterious lights would lead travelers to their doom, and we can recreate them. You just take some of those cheap solar garden lights, cover the bulb with a bit of colored cellophane, and place them in a strange meandering pattern through your yard. It creates this beautiful, but very eerie trail of lights that seems to lead nowhere. It's a clever use of a smart irrigation system for home garden area to create something truly magical and menacing. (17) Demonic portal to the underworld. The infernal gate. Ready to open a door to another dimension? This looks so impressive, but it's ridiculously easy. You take a hula hoop, wrap it in black creepy cloth and some red LED string lights, and hang it from a tree. It looks like a fiery, shimmering portal has just torn open in your backyard. It's a stunning visual that plays on that temptation to peek into a world we aren't supposed to see. The summoning circle. This idea suggests a story is already in progress. On your patio or a clear spot on the lawn, you can use flour or chalk to draw a big, complicated-looking summoning circle. Place some of those black or red LED candles from Dollar Tree around it. The scene implies that a ritual was just happening, or was interrupted. It leaves your guests to nervously wonder what exactly was summoned before they arrived. (18) Fungal Nightmare Garden. The spore colony. Let's get into some weird, biological horror. You buy a bunch of those foam balls from Dollar Tree, paint them in gross, sickly colors, and glue them in weird clusters at the base of your trees or in damp, shady corners. It looks like some strange, alien fungus is aggressively taking over your yard. It's a unique and truly creepy eco-friendly garden project that will definitely make people's skin crawl. The toadstool fairy ring. You know, not all fairies are Tinkerbell. Some are way scarier. You can create a large, perfect circle in your yard using foam mushrooms. But in the center of this magical fairy ring, you place a single creepy doll or a tiny animal skeleton. It completely twists that whimsical folklore into something sinister, suggesting this is a place of dark rituals and sacrifice, not happy dances. 19. The butcher's backyard. The meat locker. Alright, this one is not for the faint of heart, but the effect is terrifyingly real. You hang some of those plastic chains from a clothesline or a low tree branch. Then you create body parts by stuffing old clothes, wrapping them in white cloth, and splattering them with red paint. It creates a truly gruesome scene that looks like something out of a horror movie. It's shocking, it's scary, and it is incredibly effective. The discarded tools. Sometimes the suggestion of violence is more frightening than the violence itself. You just find an old tree stump or a small table and arrange some of those fake plastic butcher knives and cleavers from the Dollar Tree toy aisle. Add a liberal amount of red paint to make them look well used. This simple scene is pure psychological horror. You provide the props, and your guests' terrified imaginations will do the rest of the work. (20) Plague and pestilence. The Rat King's nest. Okay, I'm not going to lie, this one is just plain gross, which makes it a perfect Halloween decoration. You buy a ton of those little plastic rats, and you use a hot glue gun to stick them all together by their tails into one big disgusting cluster. This is the mythical Rat King. Place this nightmare on your front steps and watch people recoil in horror. It's a perfect symbol of decay and disease. The final warning. This might be the simplest, but one of the most psychologically effective decorations on the entire list. You just take a piece of scrap wood and paint a single large red X on it. Prop it against your front door. Historically, this was the sign used to mark the homes of plague victims. It's a silent, chilling, and powerful warning that says, "Death lives here." A truly masterful low-maintenance garden design element. And there you have it. 20 absolutely terrifying themes and 40 unique concepts to make your home the undisputed champion of Halloween. I'm so excited to see what you all create. But hold on, we're not done yet. Just as I promised, it's time to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how to make all of this horror happen. We're about to dive into the ultimate guide, the materials, the tools, and the secret steps for all these eco-friendly garden projects. Materials and products. Alright, let's talk shopping. Your Dollar Tree mission, should you choose to accept it, involves grabbing a fantastic haul. You'll want their full-size plastic skeletons, bags of bones, skulls, and some of those creepy zombie hands. Definitely stock up on foam boards for tombstones, and grab way more of that black creepy cloth and stretchy spiderweb than you think you'll need. For that magical glow, get a bunch of battery-operated LED candles and glow sticks. And for all the little details, don't forget plastic chains, zip ties, garden stakes, plastic critters like spiders and crows, and some glass jars. Equipment and tools. The best part is, you don't need a fancy workshop. Your number one best friend for these projects is going to be a hot glue gun and lots of extra glue sticks. You'll also need a good pair of scissors and a box cutter for shaping things. A small set of craft paints, think black, gray, and brown, and some cheap brushes will be your go-to for making everything look old and creepy. A can of black or silver spray paint is also amazing for quick transformations. Finally, some thin wire and wire cutters will be a huge help for making sure your creations are sturdy. Preparation steps. Ready for the magic formula? Here are the secrets to making your budget decor look like a movie set. First, you have to age everything. The key is a paint wash, that's just watery black or brown paint that you brush on and wipe off. It instantly makes plastic look like ancient stone or bone. Next, build a solid structure for your larger pieces using garden stakes, zip ties, and hot glue. For atmosphere, the secret to spider webs is to stretch them until they're almost invisible, and use your lighting to highlight specific props, not just the whole yard. Then, to really sell it, you have to blend your props into the environment. Use real dirt and leaves around the base of your tombstones and skeletons to make them look like they belong there. And finally, for that prank factor, think about placement. Hide something around a corner or use fishing line to create a little movement. It's those final touches that create the biggest scares. If you love these genius Halloween ideas and are feeling inspired to get spooky, please give this video a huge thumbs up. It really lets us know you enjoyed it. And we absolutely want to hear from you. Head down to the comments and tell us which theme you're dying to try, or if you have a terrifyingly brilliant idea you'd like to share. And of course, if you want to be part of this amazing community of creative ghouls, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. It truly helps our channel grow and bring you more fun projects. Thank you all so much for watching, and happy haunting!